very importantly, sleep. So that is the foundation of health. And then you get the pillars of health. And they're all important. So, we have to talk about one first. So I'll talk about insulin, managing your sugar. Because if you don't manage your sugar, you get high glucose levels in the blood, and having high glucose and high insulin is just as bad as having high sugar. And that causes something called AGEs, advanced glycosylated end products, which is basically the gumming up and making your whole proteins like sticky proteins which don't work properly. So that's how they check for, your stable levels, whether you're stable with your level of glucose. They do that glycosylated hemoglobin, because hemoglobin lasts 3 months. So they look at the attachment of glucose to hemoglobin to see how your blood sugar levels have been over the last 3 months. So it's so important, because that just breaks down collagen. You can imagine collagen everywhere, in your arteries, in your skin, in your organs, everywhere. Okay, so that's a very big pillar to address, and eating a healthy eating a healthy diet. And then the next one would be stress management. And most people, like I know, sometimes myself included, I'm busy on my iPhone right till the end, reading mails, looking at WhatsApps, getting that blue light into your skin, into your eyes, and that stops your melatonin from kicking in. Okay, so blue light from our tablets and phones are not good lasting at night. So what you should do is water your nightcap. Don't drink alcohol, because that's going to affect your sleep. People think, no, but it makes me sleep. But you have no idea how it disrupts your sleep. So take water, stop, have a ritual, like a me time, where you start taking care of yourself. Have a hot bath, or cold, a warm bath, not too much hot, because that causes dry skin again. Have a warm bath, have a warm shower, calm down, start relaxing, and put your mind into, to gear for sleep. Okay, and then the third one is gut health. And people want to know, where does my acne come from? And I said it comes from inflammation. Because as Hippocrates, the father of medicine 2,500 years ago, said, 80% disease comes from the gut, and 80% of disease comes from inflammation. So it's very important, lifestyle, eating a good nutritious diet. I always tell most of my patients to follow a Mediterranean diet, because it's got fruit and nuts and vegetables, a little bit of protein. So it's all the good things, So I tell them, eat the rainbow. All the colors of the rainbow you must try eat every day. And then you have to remove bad foods from your diet, because you can go out, you can do the test, you can see what you're allergic to. It's a special test. It's not the one that you just get a quick test. This is the one that they actually look for the IgG in the blood to see what your long-term response is to foods. You can go do the test, but I'm telling you, it's going to come back grains, gluten, oils, organic seed oils. They're very inflammatory. The canola, especially if you fry it, the canola and the sunflower oil. So fried foods are very bad. And then you start disrupting your omega-3/6 ratio. So you need a certain ratio from omega-6 to omega-3. And all the fried foods and all the processed foods we eat are full of these omega-6 oils, which are very inflammatory. And then alcohol, another thing. I know I sound like a real mood dampener, party dampener, party pooper. And then dairy. We all have our dairy. So it's a few staples of our diet that we're doing every day. And if people come in with acne, I tell them, just reduce one thing, eliminate one thing, and let's see what happens to your skin. Very often it's dairy. They're busy with the chocolates and the ice cream. And then the last thing is sugar, which I mentioned is also very important for the first pillar of health. Not too much sugar, because that just destroys everything. And then detoxification is very important. Liver detoxification, getting rid of heavy metals, excess estrogen. A lot of our patients have been on hormones and oral contraceptives for years, and what's happening out there with all these hormones that we are taking in. And it's not even what we put in our mouth, it's actually what we're bathing in. All the water we bath in the shower have all these xenoestrogens in, and the food we eat, the plastics, the parabens, the perfumes that you put all over your body, full of estrogens, xenoestrogens, not good estrogens. And then the last one, manage your inflammation. And very often you'll find that people like you are very allergic. You might find that you have like mast cell activation, which means, the mast cells are those miserable things that release histamine. And they're everywhere in your body. So if you eat foods that are high in histamine, you'll find that you'll flush immediately. Or you eat certain foods that you eat and the next minute your stomach wants to go mad. Those are the mast cells releasing their histamine. So it's very important. Just go and look at a food lists that contain high histamine. And you'll say, oh my goodness. But some people just know it intuitively that they can't eat certain foods. Like for me, if I eat fermented foods, which is full of histamine, I can feel it. I get insomnia at night. At 3 o'clock at night, I'll wake up, I've got insomnia. Because that's the mast cells, that are doing this, that are now releasing their histamine, tryptases, all these enzymes and these cytokines that affect the body. And they've linked a lot of the skin conditions like rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, all to these mast cells. And they found high levels of tryptase in the skin when patients come in with this. So that's a whole new line that the dermatologists that they're researching to see how these mast cells affect health and how they affect skin health. And then I mentioned the omega-3/6 ratio. So all of that together will help balance your hormones, will keep the inflammation low. So it's all small little steps. It's not just one thing you can do. And unfortunately, it's step by step and 100 little things that you can do to have good health. And to prevent aging if you're just worried, you're just worried about what you look like, because it shows in your skin.